Welcome to Sport This Morning. I'm Cecilia Omogbe.
I am Tayo Salam. It's great to have you join us again. This is what the show looks like. We're starting off with fantastic news concerning the Super Eagles of Nigeria. They'll be back in action on October the 9th and the 13th. They'll be taking on the Elephants of Cote d'Ivoire as well as the Eagles of Tunisia.
Yeah, it's a good one. Football is returning, of course. The Super Eagles of Nigeria will be in action in September. That's a good, in October, a good one coming from Nigeria Football Federation. Also on the program is the deal by what? The League Management Company of Nigeria, talking about NPFL. They now have they've now signed a deal with a marketing firm to stream matches live every week of the season through its own platform, which is mpfl.tv, as well as not just distributing, but also broadcasting through other media channels. So that's what LMC have done. They've signed a partnership with a marketing firm to be able to, for us to see the NPFL games live streaming.
Yeah, fantastic news for the Nigerian Professional Football League. It's been over 3 years now since we saw a live match, involving NPFL side. So fantastic news, exciting times indeed for professional football in the country. Fingers crossed, because we still have to wait and see how it all pans out. Also on the show, we're going to the US Open, where top seed Karolina Pliskova has been bundled out in the second round. Cecilia, the women's draw is wide open now after this incredible result, obtained by Caroline Garcia.
I didn't see this coming at all. Even if she was going to leave, but not in the second round of the US Open. She's one of the favorites for the tournament, but then she's out of it, and you have the others still gearing up. So we need to watch out for Carolina Garcia to see how well she can go. But Garcia next for her is Jennifer Brady in the third round, but then that may just be an easy one. But that's what we're starting off the show this morning. Just how Pliskova crashed out of the US Open 6-1, 7-6.
Oh dear.
Shock loss for her. I mean, the French woman should just be happy right now, being able to send out the top seed. If that's her only achievement in the US Open, it's a great one.
Caroline Garcia, she's a very, very proud player. I mean, when I say proud, I mean in a good way. So congratulations to Caroline Garcia, who's now through to the second round of the US, to the third round of the US Open. The match lasted just 1 hour and 30 minutes, and of course, she's a very delighted. Finally, we have a winner.
What's the 7?
We have a winner in the series.
7 in that one at all.
No one saw it coming, especially with Houston going 2 games up. OKC showed fantastic fight and character to level the series, and we went into a game 7 yesterday where the Houston Rockets needed us a game-saving block from our guy James Harden. No one expected James Harden to be making such a huge defensive play. We know James was scoring, and love our confirmation of the result 104-102 in favor of Houston, and they have clinched the series 4-3 to take on the LA Lakers in the semifinals. This game was a wild game. It was because Thunder guard Lucas Dunk, he recorded that block shot with just 4.8 seconds left. Just to preserve that 1 point lead. So it's something we're not expecting. 104-102 was really close. If James Harden had not closed out a dot in that 4.8 seconds left, I don't think they will be celebrating right now, because they won't be celebrating surely because the guy was on fire. Dot was on fire, was scoring.
Game high 30 points.
Exactly.
6 for 12.
Exactly. And look at the celebrations afterward from James Harden. It was really, really pumped with that game-saving block and series, winning block as well too. James Harden didn't have the best games, from the offensive standpoint. Finished with just many points, shot 17 points. Series low for him
9 assists.
For him in this NBA playoffs. But great players.
Received help from all other players. Russell Westbrook, of course, wasn't so bad.
Of course.
21 points. 20 points and 9.
Side.
And 9 rebounds. A great one for him.
Robert Covington as well.
Also added some points. 21 and 10 rebounds. That's another player. Big one. But okay, what happens to Chris Paul? 11 rebounds and 12 assists. I mean, he had the triple-double, but then at the end of the day,
Chris Paul
had to go home. I mean, I would have loved him to stay just to spite the Houston Rockets.
No, I would have loved him to go home, man. That's exactly what he's doing. Because I like to see Houston taking on LA in that semifinals. Westbrook and James Harden taking on AD and LeBron James. That's a lot more exciting for basketball fans. Let's move on to the other match of the night. The Bucks, Milwaukee Bucks and Giannis Antetokounmpo, they're down 2-0 in their Eastern Conference semifinal series against the Miami Heat. It was Jimmy Butler making two clutch free throws. Two free throws at the buzzer, let's put it that way. And that was the end of the game for the Milwaukee Bucks. It ended 116 to 114 in favor of Miami. And this was another wild finish, Cecilia, because
less than 20 seconds.
Miami led 114 to 111 with 4.3 seconds left on the clock. Chris Middleton went to the line, nailed all 3 free throws, and it was level. Jimmy Butler on the next possession looked to win it at the buzzer, but was fouled by Giannis Antetokounmpo. Very, very bad foul. It looked like it looked soft to me too as well. But they replayed it, and the referee stuck to the decision. So I don't know. It was a very, very close one.
Yeah, it was.
Shout out to Jimmy Butler for staying cool from the line to win the game. Miami also got 23 points from Goran Dragic. He's been very impressive in this series. Tyler Hero as well, 17, right? Who else?
Jay Crowder had 16. Bam Adebayo, of course, had 15 to go with 9 rebounds. It was a good one.
Good game.
So you see everybody just contributing, everyone on double digits. Giannis, top performer for the day. 29, 14, and 3 assists. Just wasn't enough at all.
No.
Yeah.
Too bad.
All right. Yoga, I mean, this guy's been on fire.
Dragic,
23, 5, and 4
on the night.
Chris Paul,
Triple-double.
19, not enough. It's going home.
It's going home. Right. Robert Covington is the last guy, definitely not the least for the Rockets, 21, 10, and 2 assists. And the Rockets, like we said, will take on the LA Lakers in the semifinals with Game 1 on Friday. We cannot wait for that one. Games will continue tonight.
Raptors and
semis. Raptors and Celtics, 2-0 lead for Toronto. 2-0 lead for the Celtics.
Over
the defending champions. I didn't think it was going to be like this at the start of the series. But the Celtics are looking very good. And they will look to go 3-0 up tonight against the Toronto Raptors. Game 1 between the Nuggets and the Clippers is tonight. Western Conference semifinals. Kawhi Leonard taking on Jamal Murray. Cecilia.
I can't wait to see that. That's the one I'm really looking forward to see, because between Raptors and the Celtics, after putting my money so much on Raptors, just thinking something good is going to come on, but I don't know what's going to happen right now.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right,
Fingers crossed. It's time to go for a break now. When we come back, there's a lot to talk on the show. We have updates concerning Leonardo Messi. There's also good news surrounding and about the Nigerian Professional Football League. We'll be giving you all that updates after this break. You're welcome back to Channel Sport this morning. You can be a part of the show by sending your tweets to channels_sport. There's a lot to talk about this morning. NBA fans out there. We're going to see the Houston Rockets taking on the LA Lakers in the semifinals. That's in the West. What do you think is going to happen in that one? Also, there's news concerning Lionel Messi. The row still continues. Messi's father has met with the Barcelona hierarchy, and they insist his son wants to leave Barcelona. But Barca is saying, no, we're not ready to negotiate that. You have 1 more year left on your contract, and you need to report to the new camp. There's also fantastic news coming from the NPFL. They have signed a commercial investment deal with Red Media, and we will, as part of the deal, we'll get to see the NPFL being broadcast for next season. It's going to be streamed on NPFL TV, and you can tell us on the show today if you would actually stream that. You actually stream the games involving Nigerian Professional Football League side. Our guest has joined us now in the studio. I'm talking about Kende Idris. Kende It's great to have you on the show after a couple of weeks or more. Right?
Exactly.
More than that.
Yeah.
Welcome
it's
back.
good. It's good to be here eventually, and it always feels like home. So
Yeah,
it's
fantastic.
good to be.
I'm glad
And I was complimenting Cecilia Offer, Lady in Red. You look great.
Thank you.
That.
Okay. Thanks for that. Okay, let's get into the Nigeria Professional Football League, LMC, what they've done, signing that marketing deal and all that with, a firm that will help them.
Yeah, so excited to talk about that one. I thought we were going to talk about the Super Eagles first of all. Yeah, I understand that. Yes, very exciting signs for the Nigeria Professional Football League.
I like that angle too.
Yeah, fair enough. But let's get the
Super Eagles first.
out of the way. It's been a while since we saw the Eagles play football because of COVID-19 and all of that. But it's good to know that they will be returning to action now. The NFF president, Amaji Pinnick, confirmed yesterday that the Super Eagles will be returning to action with a friendly match against Cote d'Ivoire on October the 9th. And 4 days later, they'll be taking on Tunisia. And it's fantastic all around for football fans like me and you that have missed the Super Eagles in action all this while.
I think eventually, when we're talking about return of sports and probably everything getting back to normal, at least some semblance of normalcy, this will be a first-hand one for Nigerians where they will be watching their own team. Now, it's not foreign team and all of that. Whether it's being played on our soil or not, these are our own boys going onto the pitch. So it feels like, okay, finally, this is the first thing when it comes to, sport at that height that is resuming, and we are so excited about it. And, some other things, some other bargains is coming with this, like the jersey that might be used in the game and all of that. It's coming together as very beautiful, and we can't wait, really. 2 games on the bounce in Austria. You watch one while you're still thinking and analyzing, you've already seen the other one. It will feel so much like, okay, fine, everything had probably returned elsewhere, but we're just feeling it has returned properly as Nigerians.
Yeah, exactly, especially knowing that, the federal government has not given the directive that non-contact sports can, resume and all that. So in Austria is a good one.
Yes,
so
in
October,
the midst
so
of
you won't be looking at
the PTF not giving go ahead.
Yes,
you're watching your boys play.
Yeah,
it feels good, really. Yeah. It feels good.
Okay, this is a tweet from him last night when he was confirming. He says, now as we await the federal government pronouncement on the resumption of football, the Federation has been in active discussions about possibly friendly matches, and I'm happy to say we have finally sealed 2 high-profile matches for next month.
And it's actually high profile.
Yeah, I mean, Cote d'Ivoire and
Tunisia is high profile.
They don't come together
and news coming from, people who've got insights to some of the Super Eagles players. They are all yearning to go. Yes, we want to play for our clubs and all of that, but it's been a long while. Adorning the Nigerian jersey, coming together exactly. Simeon, now Osimhen in Napoli in Italy, all of those, now you're bringing it back home as a team and all of that. It's beautiful, really.
It's beautiful, really. Another thing is, he also tweeted about the Super Falcons. I was like, are we going to say, okay, maybe a coach in 1 week? He said we should bear with him. I mean, we're going to have a coach soon. I don't know how soon is that.
I was thinking that would be longer than we think.
I was thinking with England, England, of course, USA, Germany, most of them will be playing friendlies in October, just like you have their main counterpart also playing friendlies. There should be, something. But for the girls, it's going to look like they're not going to have football this year.
So
that's what it's looking like.
It started from
maybe
Africa.
January, when he said he'll start playing friendlies in January. That's what he promised the last time.
It started from Africa, cancelling the ALCON, and a lot of African footballers, women, are really sad about that. What happens to postponement? But, that's story for another time.
For another time, because, everyone was actually sad when that happened. But then the Super Falcons, despite that, the Super Falcons should be active. You can't leave yours, for a very, very long time. That's why most times when they're talking, they are really not so happy.
You can always have a standing coach.
But there's just nothing.
There was a time they went for almost 24 months without football.
Yeah, without football. So, and that's, it's coming to that.
It's
coming to that because that's what happened the last time before Thomas Danaby came in. They didn't have football, and when they played France, remember, they were very rusty. They were rusty. So we're heading towards that. We know pandemic happened, but then we shouldn't allow it to drag.
And if a lady is telling us we're heading towards that, and I can believe.
No, well,
it's not. I'm not saying. I mean, like that's what it's looking like because you don't have anything concrete now.
I'm just taking the lighter side.
Promises and promises.
Exactly.
That's what we've been saying.
Seriously,
hopefully they can do something
like
better. Yeah, really.
I don't know why this is so hard.
Yeah, I mean they're trying to get a consulting firm, get a coach, hire a coach.
Get a makeshift coach. Let them have friendlies, and then you
something. Just show that you really care. Not no audio and all that. Okay, let's leave that and quickly talk about what is happening with LMC. That's what I'm happy about this morning. We've been talking about the fact that we need to see Nigerian Football League at least on TV. But right now you can have opportunities to watch this game streaming, and of course some broadcast media will also be having the games. But when is it resuming? We're still waiting for the federal government. But I love the fact that they are not waiting. No, they're doing stuff to see, okay, once we resume, we have something to give to everyone, because obviously football may just resume without fans from the way it's looking.
2-3 days ago, the English FA stakeholders, sponsors and all of that, they had a meeting. Now, what was the meeting about? If we have cases of this, like pandemic, force majeure and all of that, what is the best way? Do you know they took the WPPG into consideration in their meeting? What are the stands for us to go about ending this, ending that? Because a lot of brouhaha happened around the world. Yeah. Probably it did not happen in England, but they are just trying to check projection what had not happened. And that is what I think the LMC, MPFL, NFF, the setup are done now. You'd go on with your own preparation. Anytime they tell you it's time to start, you're ready and there is no more postponement or there is no more waiting. So that is what they are done. And if you check out the period where our games were on TV, we started having more fans at the stadium. We started having more people who wants to see the game. They now understand there are cutting edge to our games. So if you say they will still see these games with that hunger that they've had in some 1 or 2 years building up to now, maybe it might start very slow. First match day, second match day, third match day. Probably when we get to match day 10, we'll have more streaming. Trust me, Nigerians will.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
You sure about anyway, so we just we'll leave that to, I mean, if you really believe or if you're sure you can stream Nigerian matches with your data, you should let us know on the show.
Cecilia, Tayo will stream.
No, he will. He doesn't stream. Of course, he will.
I will stream.
The way it had is...
No, he's saying because I get what he's saying.
Okay, he's trying to be as realistic as possible.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
Okay.
But the good thing is, it's not just... Okay, these are the key highlights coming from that.
The commercial investment deal signed with the UK firm, and the one that is most important to all of us is the fact that we'll get to see Nigerian Football League matches back, live. And MPFL Marketing will be streaming live matches every week of the season through the MPFL TV, as well as distributing and broadcasting through other media channels. All right.
Yeah. Another one is that Red Strike will also be launching opportunities for companies and brands to sponsor the MPFL and also to support the growth of professional game in Nigeria.
Way to go.
Okay.
Way to go. Nigerian football fans will be able to engage.
At least we're hearing something from a contract.
Okay. Yeah.
Way to go.
Trust the Nigerian football fans will also be able to engage and enjoy MPFL TV's innovative and groundbreaking next-gen 360 platform. I mean, it's very interesting highlights are coming from that commercial deal. Yeah. And it's exciting times overall for the NPFL.
Like it is said, this might not look like, okay, it's the best that can happen, but at least something has gotten started. Yeah. Let's build on from here, and when we get, the proper TV, then
we can start something.
We can start. But for now, those who can will. And then those who cannot wait till that period. But I'm sure so many will. They
will join. Another important point to note concerning the contract is the fact that the Red Strike will also be working with each MPFL clubs, all the participating clubs, to build a dedicated club app to integrate with MPFL.tv and also enhance the revenue base of the club. So each of these clubs will have their own apps, and of course they can also integrate, which is a good one. Yeah. So you also expected to restart initially without a crowd, of course.
Yeah, well,
and then fans will be allowed into the action. True. Okay.
All right. I mean, Cecilia, it looks awesome. On paper, I mean, the highlights and everything looks great, and we're just waiting for all of these to be implemented So the Nigerian Professional Football League.
Exactly what I always say.
Yeah.
It's always exciting to see
when it starts,
the emergence and then it going on and happening. I think that is where I would really now feel like, okay, well, share.
I think the details involved in this one is what I'm really interested in, because I mean, they
that's
also
what I'm saying. I
went
like
for
the
that.
fact that break down details. You can, and it seemed not superficial.
I mean, they're going to have this development fund that will also deploy towards improvement of stadium facility, infrastructure, academies and community outreach programs. And all. This is more like the standard that we see, in England, across the world. But if they can actually implement these academies
we have something with La Liga. So this is something that also happens in the La Liga day in, day out. So it's not...
Okay, I mean, you say something with that. I don't know what that is, but I'm just talking about the fact that, I mean, when you're deploying some of these funds to actually improve infrastructure, which is really key, and of course, that connectivity that we're looking for, academies that we're looking for. I mean, when you mean academies, you need that you can take your 7-year-old to an academy with AIMBA, to progress through that, and then you wouldn't regret and not having like 27-year-old in academies and all that. I think that's a good one. So if they can also follow that, the outreach programs
we've
and
got
everything.
so many of these outfits that this team can work with. It's just, really outlining what you want to do. Check out the right people, and you will find, there are a lot of them that you can work with.
Yeah, good way to go.
All right.
NPFL, new deal, commercial investment deal. I'm so happy this morning. Okay.
I'm happy with you.
The broadcaster part of it is the most exciting for me. It's been a while we saw NPFL matches.
I think it's other things, infrastructure and all that. You can't just
they're
focus
all
on, let's say
well.
then it's kind of papered. But, from the grassroots,
I think
you
it
see
starts
everything.
from seeing.
Yeah,
that is what your marketing
really good.
Exactly.
is. What I see, I can buy into.
TV revolutionized the Premier League.
Of course.
It wasn't like this before.
Yes.
Okay.
Look at what the La Liga Feminine League is doing. They're doing a lot to, just up the ante. And it starts from viewership. They said for every day you come into a game, you see a game, there is a jersey souvenir under your chair. It's just to get people to see more.
Just to get people to see more and come to the stadium to watch the games.
That's also the... Okay, anyways. Let's move on.
There's also the what?
There was a previous TV... No, not... It's a streaming rights from last year. And we haven't seen...
Next
and that's why they talk about... that's what was like the groundbreaking next Gen 360 platform. I mean, this is what I really don't understand. I think we need someone to help us break this down. So Nigerian fans will be able to engage and enjoy NPFL.TV innovative and groundbreaking next Gen 360 platform.
Yeah, that's a different. That's
more
different.
like
It's different from last year's.
They'll break it down.
Deal.
Okay, I think I need to ask some questions to help understand. But this would have to be the fans' engagement aspect of it. I mean, this is what Nigerians really want to see.
Drawing them directly into the whole dealing.
Into the deal, which is a good one. Okay, let's leave it and go to, Spain first, right? Who do we talk about the latest coming from?
There's only one player in Spain right now.
Barcelona's daddy. Yeah. Okay, he said that,
Barcelona's daddy?
Okay,
really?
Leonardo Messi is like Barcelona, right?
That's what it's looking like. Barcelona.
Yeah, Leonardo Messi,
So
Barcelona.
you're so correct.
So she's on track.
Absolutely.
All right.
Okay, that is actually saying that, it's going to be difficult for Son to remain in Barcelona because right now he thinks it's difficult for him to stay at Barcelona. His arrival, they actually met with a hierarchy of Barcelona yesterday. There was no conclusion yet, so more discussion, of course, is going to continue. But then the prospect of Lionel Messi joining Manchester City, he said there is nothing yet. Even when the reporter was trying to ask him, what about Pep Guardiola? Are you talking another? He said there was nothing more to say.
Yeah, well, there's nothing concrete, which is true.
Yeah.
But we all know he's like, let's go to City.
That was a political statement that there is nothing. Right. But following, when he came out from the meeting, reporters have been waiting. Yeah. For minutes, he didn't say anything. He said there is nothing to say. But his body language was saying things did not go well in there. And eventually, when he spoke, the reporter asked him, okay, staying in Barcelona for Lionel Messi, how visible? He said it would be very difficult. This will be as difficult as you can think of it. And then when asked the Man City, he said nothing concrete and all of that. But we know that is a business pronunciation. You don't.
He said he hasn't spoken with Pep Guardiola at all.
Normally. But the entire world knows there is this back and forth, Barcelona, Man City. Leonardo Messi Hoge, because he's a manager. He knows all of this. So maybe we've not talked terms and all of that, but there is Man City in the whole mix.
Oh, they're definitely in the picture.
And this mess, wow. I don't know how long it will go.
It shouldn't have been created at all.
Yeah, but who's created the mess?
Barcelona did. That's what I think.
How did Barcelona create the mess?
I think they did.
They did.
What way?
Bringing substandard coaches to the club and not bringing in key players.
Substandard coaches.
That's the word I'll use right now.
Let me use an Arsenal as an example. You're planning to keep an Aubameyang. One of the ways you keep your top players is the kind of business you do. What kind of players are linking up with me next season? What kind of players will I be working with? What kind of coach will be coming in? These are questions that top players want to hear.
So, Candy, is that enough reason for your captain not to show up, in training?
Because he said he's going leaving already.
The end for an elastic limit. Your threshold gets to a point and it ends. And I think Mercer has gotten it to this point.
He said he's no longer a Barcelona player. He has submitted that he's leaving, so he doesn't have a song.
For 4 seasons now, his contract carries at the end of that season, you can leave for free. He did not activate it first season, second season, third season, and now the man feels.
So all of that is enough.
Do you know the game, the second leg against Napoli? There was a chance before the game that he should have triggered that. But I guess one of his...
it's going to upset the whole cards.
The whole setup. Let us get through with this and then... And he was surprised after all of that. Barcelona came out. You can't go, and La Liga jumped into the whole discussion. I understand La Liga's angle. They've lost Ronaldo, they've lost Neymar.
So, no, that's not the issue.
Seriously,
he's got a contract.
They are marketing footballers. Who is the footballer to market?
There's a clause in that contract that he can leave.
Yeah, but
so that's what he has activated. That's what he activated.
Now he's not even saying...
No, that's not
okay, he's not even saying he wants to leave for free. No, he has not activated that. He said he wants to leave. Now, Ronaldo had €1 billion on his contract clause. But how much did Juve get him for?
Precisely. So they need to come to the table and
discuss.
That's what
Don't make this a drama.
Now, break now. When we come back, we'll listen to Luka Modric talking about Messi, the fact that if he leaves, La Liga obviously will be would not be happy losing Lionel Messi. Well, Luka Modric said it's going to be a huge loss for La Liga, for the league, when Messi leaves, as if he leaves. But then he has a lot of quality and all that. Ronaldo left, and they felt it. But Messi right now is leaving. It's going to be a huge loss for La Liga. And these guys have been fighting in the studio, just arguing about that. But then, despite the fact that Luka Modric has faced Messi about 21 times and all that, but he's saying that this is a guy, everyone wants to see in La Liga. So
of course, everyone wants to see Lionel Messi, and if he goes, it's going to be a major loss for Barca and Spanish La Liga, because the two greatest players in the last probably decade would have left their league. So it's going to be a major miss. There's no doubt about it. Before we get your, I know you still want to say more about this, Kenny. Let's listen to even Rakitic as well, who's a former teammate of Lionel Messi. What he has to say about this transfer impasse between player and club. Just me. Oh, dear. Anyways, even Rakitic right there has left Barcelona for Sevilla, and, talking on how Barca is always the best option for players. But Lionel Messi and any other player for that matter, can't decide where the future should be. Your last words before we leave this matter, because it's gonna be it's going to rumble on for a while, let's be honest.
It looks like it will be on for a while. I wanted to come from the La Liga angle. Every setup always wants a focal figure. They had the Ronaldo, Messi, then Neymar came in the mix. It was like, okay, there are 3 focal figures. Then Ronaldo left. We saw Neymar left. Now the only person, now the season just ended. As much as it looks like he's slowing down, he's still the highest goal scorer for the just concluded season. And Messi, 21 assists, 25 goals, he's still as huge. Now he wants to leave. Now I'm understanding La Liga's angle. It's same. One of the things you market as a setup, football setup or a sporting setup, is the gladiators themselves. Who are those that I'm to see if I would look into your league? And now Messi is leaving. It looks like the last of, that setup. So I understand La Liga's angle. But for Barcelona, Leonardo Messi, I feel if a player wants to leave, I can remember the case of Taiwo some years back when he handed his transfer, request to Marseille. And there was, the back and forth. And a legend of Marseille came out to say, this is the highest disrespect for Taiwo, a player who has given everything for every time he plays for you. When he wants to go, I think you should bid him farewell, wish him well, and then let him do that.
Unfortunately, football is business, and sometimes you're going to have to handle that business
What
side
about
of things.
the individual's business?
I think it's looking like when you sign, it's like at the end of the day, it's looking like once you're signed to me and all that, you're more like a slave.
No, you're not a slave,
you do
it's just
what
a contract.
that's what it is.
It is just
now,
a contract.
We're talking about, I think because this is Messi,
because
this is Messi, that's why it's dragging. I mean, if it was another player that say wants to leave,
it will be
like this.
I think
let's end it there and go straight to.
Yeah, before we look at the papers, we look at Manchester United. No,
okay.
not Neymar. Neymar will be fine.
It's test a positive coronavirus.
Angel Di Maria will be these days, that some people after 5 days they will say they are negative.
Yeah,
not really. See, I mean, you have to test. They'll test you twice again. If you're negative twice, then you're good. Especially when you're asymptomatic and all that. So it's fine.
Well, we can also forget the Dybala's case. It took about 6 weeks.
Yeah, Dybala's case was different. Yeah, it was different.
Yeah, it kept returning positive.
Neymar is in good health, following protocol. It's going to miss the game against Lens and
I think Neymar is his guy. He's speaking emphatically.
No, I mean, it's going to be fine. We're hoping so.
Yeah, he will.
So Angel Di Maria as
well.
Soonest recovery for Angel Di Maria. We'll talk about Donny van de Beek in the papers, Cecilia. Before we look at the papers, one tweet that we can afford to take from Uche. It says, I will stream live NPFL matches if I have the resources. That's data and money. So, of course, you need the resources. We're saying if you have it, will you? Okay, yeah, if you have the data,
you will have it. So.
Okay, I like this one from Shola Adebayo. He says that there is no doubt Messi is the face of not just Barcelona, but La Liga. His departure could mean the end of El Clasico. Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, Messi because already El Clasico is looking very watered. So with Messi now out.
Okay, I mean, this one coming from Professor Enaken, I think he's agreeing with Tayo here. He said Messi must resume training and fight his exit from the club legally from inside. It doesn't mean he's weak, but it's out of respect for the club and the fans. He should negotiate his exit smoothly.
Remember to put yourself in Messi's shoes.
What shoes? Since
the club didn't want to talk to him at first, I think that's why he's going this way. All right, Tayo, let's go to the papers.
Yeah, you have to talk to him.
Yeah, it came too late for the talk anyway. I'll start with the Sporting Life here. Sporting Life. Okay, Manchester United ready to hijack Liverpool's bid for Alcantara. Okay, Alcantara. Yeah. Manchester United.
Thiago Alcantara. I mean, I think Bayern is just trying to play the game here. They want to beat him.
I think the next stop for Alcantara is looking somewhere like the English Premier League.
Okay.
But Liverpool have been tipped as the favourites for Alcantara.
But Liverpool were dilly-dallying, so United is going to get into it.
Yeah.
But United...
Let's up the price a bit.
Except they don't do like they're acting with Sancho.
Okay, Wijnaldum is going to Barcelona. Okay, right. That agrees to move. We also have, Nigeria, of course, international friendlies, talked about that. And 2020-2021 season, Osimhen debut officially. That's September 19th. It's going to be against Parma.
Wow.
Okay.
A couple of goals in that one.
Messi agrees 6 will deal with football group. Okay. All right.
Okay, let's complete sports. Eagles to tackle Côte d'Ivoire and Tunisia and friendlies. We talked about that already. Early Ronaldo battle for Osimhen. Okay, Suarez set for £22 million. Barca payoff. Preston. Bale reveals desire to leave Madrid. But that's another.
He said he's contrary to stories making the round, that he's always wanted to leave.
Do you believe it?
It's the team that always,
really?
try to follow. Yeah, I believe that. Last season, the Chinese club wanted to pay off. Perez came in between the whole thing. So.
Oh, really? What about the agent tweeting that Bale is not in a hurry to leave and all that? He sit on the bench and of course, and get his money.
Business and politics go pari passu.
Oh, that's coming from his agent. He doesn't want to go to China. I think he wants to go back to England if he gets the right club and the right money. That's what he wants.
United complete £40 million Van de Beek signing. What do you make of the signing, Van de Beek?
I think it is great. One of the things about Van de Beek, a good DM, a good CM, a good OM. central midfielder, defensive midfielder, offensive midfielder. It can, balance into any of the roles.
Okay.
So if you have somebody of such, and you have Pogba, you have Bruno Fernandes, I think you have a whole lot on your hand.
Yeah, when Pogba is off season, sometimes you can just drop him and
exactly.
just let him,
and
step
then
in.
a Fred can come in, or Scott McTominay.
No, Fred can always be on the bench. You just complete the squad player.
I think he must
Thank
be
you
a Man U
so
fan.
much for coming on the program.
It's always lovely being here.
Appreciate your time, Ken.
Yeah.
All right, thank you guys for watching. I'm Cecilia Mogbe. Have a good day.
I am Tahir Salam. Catch us again tomorrow. Bye for now.